Hello again, welcome to another edition of the Real Ale Guide. Very excited to get this beer out. Joined by Chris. Again, we're going to be doing Side Pocket for a Toad, which I believe is a YouTube exclusive. It's a YouTube first. I tweeted that I had this from the Tring Brewery, and I had so many replies off Facebook and Twitter saying, you really need to get this in. It's so hard. Well, it's apart from the Hertfordshire areas, it's quite hard to get hold of. But it's an amazing beer. It's an amazing beer. Now, just a quick one, but let's knock these open quickly. What Side Pocket for a Toad? What was that?
Picks up here. It says it's an old Hertfordshire saying, meaning something of no use. So.
I think this has got plenty of use.
Oh, yeah, I intend to make full use of it.
Absolutely.
Nothing fancy on the cap, is that?
No. Sorry, plain cap. Now,
really pale colour to this.
it's brewed using Cascade, which is incidentally my all-time favourite hop. To be honest, I just love the grapefruit aroma and taste that it gives.
There's a healthy head on this as well.
Very healthy. Yep. Nice bubbles. It's in a good dark bottle as well. Keeps out the light. So stops getting light struck. Now
the sub-headline on this is the hoppy one. So
hoppy one. Oh yes, a hoppy one. It's a picture of a toad there with a jug of beer. Now, a lot of breweries, Chris, before we start the aroma and everything else, a lot of breweries, they talk a little bit about history with their breweries, but Tring Brewery really they really seem to have dug into their local history, and they found old folklore stories, and they seem to be themed around the local, and I love that, because it's like picking up a piece of history, isn't it?
I like it when the Skinner's Brewery do it as well. Yeah. So you got the Betty Stoggs and the Cornish Knockers, and they're all little stories behind them. I'm more familiar with some of those, but
absolutely, because this country is absolutely rich in history, and if you can pick a bit of that history up in a bottle, on the back of a bottle, then great. I really enjoy that. I like it. So, coming back to the beer, cheers.
Cheers.
Small one finger head. It's not over carbonated, but it seems to be healthily carbonated, this beer.
Small bubbles.
Yeah. Oh, white fire extinguisher head there.
Yeah, this
foam,
is a
fire extinguisher foam, I should say.
It's a lager glass, this, so it tends to keep the froth on the head.
Yeah.
The dry pour, for example, it spits out over the top, but seems to be handling this okay.
I'm getting hints of toffee in there. I'm getting hints of toffee.
Something floral.
Yeah.
As well.
Smells really nice. Smells really nice.
I'm slightly concerned about, because the head's so high, about getting it in my moustache.
I was just about to mention that we're both taking part in Movember, and Chris is clearly enjoying his Movember moment where he's got a bit of foam. Perhaps I should join him. There you go. Dip the old moustache in there. I'm ready to get into this.
Yeah.
Cheers, Chris.
Cheers.
Oh, that's lovely.
Nice malts.
Oh yeah. That for me that's a pale ale, but a classic British pale ale is classic British bittersweet, or should I say English bittersweet. You get the bitterness of the hop straight away, and then that's cleaned away completely by the sweet malt
right at the end.
And there's toffee in there. There's grapefruit from the hop. Oh, that's.
So the Brains Gold uses the same hop you were telling me
Cascade,
earlier. But this is doing something different with it. I think this is giving you a bit more bang on the hop, but then washing it away, like you say. And you're left with a quite a dry finish, actually.
Malty, dry, finish. And what I like about this is beers like this which are 4.5% ABV, you could go along with this all evening, couldn't you?
Yeah.
You really could.
Yeah, 3 or 4 of these would be
absolutely wonderful in front of a film or even a good meal.
Yeah.
It's different in a sense. We did the Bath Ales Gem last week.
Yeah.
That's another classic session in beer, the Gem. But that lent towards more of a... No, well, that was quite complex in its own way.
Yeah. That kind of... And we hit on that. That gave you everything in one go.
Yeah.
This gives you it in stages.
Yes, which I like.
Yeah, I like both. You know, I appreciate that.
The bang of everything at once.
Yeah, and the fact that somebody can make it to do that is incredible.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, but equally, I like experiencing the hit of the hop.
Yeah.
And then just being left with something else, you know, whatever that else is.
Yeah.
In this case, it's the malts, I think, mostly. It's great, really good. They've got a number of other beers, haven't they? These lot.
Oh, the Tring Brewery, they got the Collie Dog, Jacko Legs, which I'm not sure it's a reference to Michael Jackson. I'm not sure. I'm undecided on that one. It seems to have another local story about a giant on the bottle. Collie's Dog was something to do with a big black dog that roams around Hertfordshire in the night. Another classical still from the 70s. It's 1751, so is that the 18th century or the 16th century? Always 18th. Get me muddled up, that does.
It's before America existed, pretty much. Not wishing to encourage any competition on that front.
I really like what they're doing with the cascade in this, the hop. I'm really liking what they're doing, because what you're getting is the citrus up front, the citrus of the hop up front, the grassy, piney.
Yes, the piney.
Yeah, it's like pine needles.
I had the torpedo last night. Simon texted me to tell me it was in Waitrose, so I drove down there within about 15 minutes to get some.
Yeah.
And it's got that pininess about it. It's not as big as the torpedo.
No.
But yeah, it's almost, that's something you get in a lot of American beers, the ones I've tasted. Certainly.
Yeah.
Kind of, it's a big hit at the beginning.
It's massive, and the difference, I think, Chris, if you don't want me saying, is with these big American beers. I mentioned it in the last review, the Adams Ghost Ship, is that with the American beers, you can have 1 or 2 big American beers, and you can't really set the taste.
You can't keep going at it.
No, you can't keep going at it, but you still get the Cascade hop in this. It's not as predominant as an American beer, but it's there in abundance still, and being able to session. And I'm just loving the malt they've used in this. I think there's so much of a toffee finish. Are you getting?
Yeah.
Are you getting a toffee?
Yeah. For the colour of it.
It's wonderful. Yeah, go on, get up to the camera.
Oh, a little bit of sunlight there. If I can pop it in there. It's quite orange. I mean, it's almost like Lucozade.
Yeah, absolutely.
In terms of colour, bubbles are finer, clearly, but it's got that oranginess. It's got a much bigger malt finish on it than it deserves to from having that colour. You would expect it to be in more of a ruby ale, to have that kind of much malt in there.
That's fantastic. I thank you guys on Twitter and Facebook who have said to me, get this review quick. Side pocket in a bottle is fantastic, and I agree. I really do agree.
It's good stuff.
Yeah. We've just done the beer at Alborgo, so fitting a whole pint in is going to be quite difficult for us. So I think what we'll do now is give a rating on this. Or first of all, if I could ask Chris just to give there's another unusual story on the back of this bottle. We'll just give the story out quickly.
This is brewed as a stronger version of their popular session ale. So I don't know what their popular session ale is.
Oh, that would be their cask beer, the side pocket on
so
cask, which would be probably a little bit less than ABV, 3.9, 3.42 maybe.
Side pocket. I'd be interested in.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to find out on cask.
It's a premium beer, so it's got unmistakable citrus notes from only the best Cascade hops, balanced with floral aroma and a crisp dry finish. Beer's unusual name comes from an old Hertfordshire term that means of no use. So a bit like a Clockwork Orange, I suppose.
Yeah.
The brewery is leading the campaign. Tring Brewery is leading this campaign to restore the wonderful old expression to its rightful place in popular parlance. Well, sadly, trying to popularise it with this beer, they're going to fail because this beer definitely has a use.
Oh, it has it. Yeah, no, it has a use. It has a use. They're trying to bring out the saying of no use again. So a side pocket for a toad, which is kind of I've been trying to bring up an old saying of myself, and I think we all know that old saying, "Stone the crows." I think this is a Stone the Crows beer. Rating, Chris, if you'd like to give a rating.
I like the. This is the more I'm drinking it, the more it's going towards that American hoppy style for me. It's not the. You went for the more of a British hoppy beer, but I'm going more the other way as time goes on.
If I could just 1 second before you give your rating, if I can explain, we've just literally 10 minutes ago done a big, massive flavoured beer at Alborgo, so.
Yeah.
Our flavours, our palates might be slightly shot, but I'll let Chris carry on. Sorry for interrupting.
I'm picking it up as getting towards that torpedo thing, but I think maybe you put the pine idea in my head and that's sticking as well.
Yeah.
I like this. It's, although I think you could session it, you would have to have eaten the right things beforehand. The Bath Ales that we did the other week, you could session that wherever the weather.
Yeah.
And actually literally wherever the weather had been, a cold day, a hot day, you could quite happily tuck away that. This, I think, would demand a hot day in a nice pub somewhere. It's not a winter ale for me, despite the malt.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm going to go with, it's a great ale, it was really, really tasty, and there's lots in it. I'm going to go with an 8. So
solid, very solid, 8 out of 10. Solid. So, is it, you've given her an 8, is that because it's just like for a couple of seasons for you?
Yeah.
In the year?
Yeah, it's not as versatile. And in terms of the situations, again, it comes back to that for me. Where could I see myself drinking this and when? And then how much? Yeah. I could give it a warm summer's evening. This would be ideal for me.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Beer garden, classic beer benches, maybe with some chips. Or...
At this point, we're losing the light really quickly.
Yeah.
I'm starting to shiver slightly.
Yeah.
Which is making it difficult to enjoy as much as I would in a warm day. Whereas the Bath Ales, I could have kept going on that.
Yeah. Okay. My rating. I really like this. I really like it. The flavours are action packed. It's sessionable. I could probably still drink this type of drink in the winter. So as we mentioned in previous reviews, we do give different ratings from time to time. I'm going to give this a big old 9 out of 10. A 9 out of 10. I'm really enjoying this. So thank you to Tring Brewery, which is www.tringbrewery.co.uk. Thank you for the send.
Yeah.
Thank you for making such a wonderful beer. Cheers to Chris.
Cheers, alright. Cheers all.
And yeah, cheers to you. Cheers.